Storey building built in 1845 by Reverend C.A. Gorman.
Okay.
So Reverend Gorman being in charge of the construction of the building in 1845. Total amount of money was used to build this house.
Okay.
It's £325. The total amount of money was used to build this Storey building in 1845. So this is the room of the first teacher in Nigeria, Mr. Gladius Phillips, 1845 to 1868.
The story of slave trade was so pathetic at the Brazilian Barracoon. After hearing the story of tragedy and hope about the slaves from the Brazilian Barracoon, we joined another member of the Mobis family. So what's your name, boss?
I'm Prince Mobi.
Okay, yeah, he's one of the Mobis family. Yeah, so he's going to be our local guy for this part of the video. Taking us to the third site of the Badagry slave trade called the first Storey building in Nigeria. First Storey building in Nigeria, built in 1842 to 1845. Wow. So, but our government are coming here, but they are not even doing anything. Because if they really invest in this site, even the families that are involved in this, that are in charge of this place, would be like, they are going to be making a lot of money. Even the government themselves.
Yes, no.
Despite that they are not promoting this site, at least foreigners are still coming, but it's not like the way it's supposed to be. Hello guys, welcome back to another part of the video. Badagry Slave Trade Museum. Slave trade in Nigeria and West Africa. So if you are coming for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell icon notification, share this video. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming by. If you have not watched the first part, make sure you go back, check the playlist and watch the first part. So we have covered 2 sites. So this is the third site. We are going to the third site now. And I have my friend here who is going to, who has been accompanying. Yeah. So he has always been with me on this adventure. Then also I have our local guide here. After covering the other site, then we are going to embark on the journey of no return. But trust me, we are going to return. Gone are the days when they embark on the journey of no return and they never returned. But we are going to return. Here in the building was the first primary school in Nigeria. At this moment, we were running out of storage and we had to make the member of the family of the compound of the first Storey building in Nigeria to summarize the stories, as we still have many things to cover. The popular Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther interpreted the first English Bible to the first Yoruba Bible in this same building. We also visited the room of the first teacher in Nigeria. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Please welcome to Badagry and welcome to first Storey building in Nigeria.
Okay.
The Storey building built in 1845 by Reverend C.A. Gorman.
Okay.
So Reverend Gorman being in charge of the construction of the building in 1845. But the house first of all built with wooding. It was initially built with wood before it was later converted to bricks in 1845.
1845.
So Townsend built the wooden Storey building in 1843.
Okay.
But Gorman was later sent from England, and he shipped materials from England to convert the wooden structure that they built before and converted it to bricks in 1845. So it was built by Gorman in 1845.
Okay.
So later converted the wooden to bricks by Gorman in 1845. The house stands for over 178 years now. We have 6 bedrooms inside of this building, 2 sitting rooms inside of this building, and 4 stores inside of this Storey building.
Okay.
But there is no toilet, no kitchen, and no bedroom inside of this building. And there's a painting of a tree called the Agia tree in Badagry. So it's historical Agia tree. Under this tree, Christianity was first proclaimed in Nigeria in September 1842, and the first Christmas was first celebrated in December 1842. So when gospel started, it started under this tree, and when Christmas celebrated, it was first celebrated under the tree. So the tree is no more standing. So the monument was lit at the point of the tree. They did this monument to to show the point where the tree was being located before, and that's what Moment did for the tree. So Reverend Thomas Birch Freeman and Reverend Henry Townsend are two Reverend missionaries that preached gospel and celebrated Christmas under the tree. So this is the comment of one of the Reverend about the building. The man said the house is strong and convenient. Very important. Yes.
Okay.
This is the materials was used and to build this house, and these materials called iron corrugated sheet. You can see how the material is very, very strong.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, they are different to the present.
This is
so
big.
we can compare it to materials.
Yeah.
Then this is talking about the original foundation of the building. You can see they use a red block for the foundation of building to linted.
Exactly.
And this is the story building they first built wooden before they converted the wooden one to bricks in 1845.
Yeah.
So the materials used to convert it from wooden. They're trying to show us that engines were used to mount the door.
Can I touch it?
Yes, you are free.
Wow, see this.
The
one we have now is just small and yeah, it's not even as thick as this. Oh my god.
So you see the thickness of the nails. The nails, those nails.
Yeah, the nails, the thickness. These are the original nails back then.
Exactly.
Wow. Guys, can you see this?
So this is talking about the geographical architecture's map at that 1843.
Okay.
This is showing us
of this
how
side,
this
old side.
of this side, and this is showing us the houses were built in this compound. But those buildings, those houses have all collapsed.
Yeah.
So except only this story building in the center standing. And they also have their farmland in front of the water here. So let's go.
You know, this site is where slavery started in Nigeria. Trust me.
So this is talking about the total amount of money was used and to build this house.
Okay.
It's 325 pounds. This total amount of money was used to build this story building in 1845. And then this is the breakdown of the houses were built in this compound that all collapsed.
Yeah,
That is
the church, mission house.
Yeah. So this is the room of the first teacher in Nigeria, Mr. Gladius Phillips, 1845 to 1868. The name of the first primary school in Nigeria was St. Thomas Primary School, established 1845 with 40 men. Men are the first students that started primary school in 1845. Men that attend this very primary school here, and this bishop primary school was established in 1845. With 40 men as students. But men who started the primary school, they started primary school at the age of 45 years.
45?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And this is a picture of the teacher that teaches those 40
Claudius Phillips.
So and those 40 men, each one of them spent 12 years in primary school.
12 years.
So we want to go up now to see the room of a man called Bishop Samuel.
Not like these days where people spend 6 years before they are.
So this is a room of a man called Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowder.
Okay.
He sat down here and changed English Bible into Yoruba. And this is the first English Bible, and this is the first Yoruba Bible. So it was translated by a man called Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowder in 1845. So this is the English and Yoruba Bible. So that's the man, the picture of the man who changed English Bible into Yoruba.
1809 to 1891.
Was born. Now this is a sitting room for those missionaries upstairs, and this is the picture of Reverend Thomas Birch Freeman, the man that first preached the gospel under the tree called Agia Tree. Following by this man, Reverend Henry Townsend, and this is the man who built the story building, Reverend C.A. Bowman. So these two people preached gospel under the tree, and this man built the house in 1845. So this is a picture of the church built in 1843, and the church collapsed in 1911. And this is the chair since 1878.
And the chair still exists.
Yes, that's one of the chair of those missionaries. The chair is over 145 years.
Wow, 145 years.
And this is the picture of the cemetery where those missionaries were buried. So numbers of missionaries died and buried for that is 240.
240.
So we're going to see the saving bank where the missionaries kept their money and some of the valuables items. This is the saving bank of those missionaries where the missionaries kept their money and some of the valuables items. We have some cowries there, some shillings and pennies and pounds. All those money introduced to us by the British. Later we changed to Naira and Kobo in 1973. Later we are changing from Naira and Kobo to the note money. So we have olden days note money, old 1 Naira, old 5 Naira, old 50 Kobo, old 5 Naira, old 50 Naira. All this money, olden days money that people spend in Nigeria. So we're going down. So this is the well dug by the missionary in 1842.
Okay.
Since 1842, it has never run dry, this well water. And it is only well water in this Badagry serve every one of us as drinkable water. A lot of us were depending on this water, although people cannot afford buying the bottled water or such water. They have to come for this well water. So they make use of the water as drinking water. But it's never running dry since 1842. And it's never changed color since 1842. But most of tourists that come from outside, come for far distance, coming to Badagry and for a tour. And because of the story they actually held about the well, they developed faith that this well water never run dry. Oh, they have faith. They believe in God. They will want to use this water for prayer. Majority of them use water for prayer and it worked for them. And they come back to name the well water Miracle Well.